Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? This is Karen, and I am an independent demonstrator. And I come to you guys every Friday, or most every Friday at 7 o'clock. And we will be using the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper and Happiness Abounds. And also on the other side here, we've got all these dies. And this is called Blossoming Happiness Dies. So with a new catalog, it's hard to remember every new item, but this is a new item in the annual catalog. So I don't know if any of you out there have this yet. If you do, let us know. If you don't, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do something a little bit differently tonight. I'm going to stamp every single image so you'll see how it stamps. And then we'll create a couple of cards. So lots of nice sentiments. This is also a really nice set to use your Stampin' blends or your watercolor pencils. You could also use your markers as well. So great images here of nice flowers that we all love to see, and especially on this designer series paper here. So I'll show that to you in a little bit. We'll just give it a couple more minutes until we get a little bit or more organized. But how are you guys doing? I see Louise is here from Kentucky, Kathy, and let's see, I'm here, but the weather is unsettled in the area. Oh, yeah, I heard it's not very good down south. Today was 68 degrees. I was up visiting my parents this morning, left here at like 7:30 and got home around, I don't know, 4:30 or so. So had a nice visit up there for about four hours. And yeah, it was a good day, good travel day, no weather like rain. We've had rain, so much rain. And this weekend is going to be probably the best weekend we'll have since the snow has melted. So we're all excited here in Vermont. I don't know where you guys are all from. Well, I know Louise is from Kentucky, but it's just been crazy weather, and it's got to be because it's still COVID is around, right? I don't know. All right, so I'm going to show you a few cards I've made this week. I put together my card club, and I did market that. So if you're interested in a card club, you should join mine because it's super fun. And I know some of you watching are already part of it. So you get to, if you don't want to see the cards, well, you probably already did because I marketed it and you guys are on my email list. But if you haven't and you don't want to see the cards, then turn away or go get a beverage or a snack, or I don't know, run around your house. Give me just a couple minutes. So I like how these cards turned out. It was challenging for me because of the designer series paper. And what I mean by that is we've got some big images here and just a little bit hard. So you can start with this one here. It's got Gorgeous Grape as a card base and Night of Navy. And then we've got the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper. And then I'm going to show you guys how you're going to be able to die cut these images with the dies. And then here is, there's a Gorgeous Grape underneath here as well. And then this is a nice little die here that kind of, it die cuts like a notebook, 3-ring notebook there, so you can tear the pages. And then I used Fresh Freesia ribbon. I was really nervous about any of the new ribbons going on back order, so I went something safe for this month of Card Club. So, and we also are using the dots. Now I have them off to the side. These are really nice, 3 different sizes. And I'll show you those in just a second. But this one here is designed so you'll use your designer series paper on the inside with the scallop contours dies. And then see this one here, I fussy cut this one out. It was on the edge of the paper, and I thought that would look really nice along the stitching here. So hopefully you can see that. Every flower here as the focal point has Winka Stella. So it is sparkling on my side and it may not be on yours. That's card number 2. These are in no particular order. And then here's a belly band card. This one's fun too. So we've got Night of Navy. Well, it starts Night of Navy, Granny Apple Green, Hues of Happiness, and then a 1 by 12 piece of the Hues of Happiness as the belly band. And I highlighted the Fresh Freesia ribbon around the middle of that belly band so you can see it on the back side as well. And then we've got Night of Navy, we've got one of the flowers, and then just a strip of white. And then if we open it up, let me slide this off. I just have a nice little flower here that I colored it in with some Stampin' Blends. So I used, let's see, Fresh Freesia, I believe, and Night of Navy with a little hint of Daffodil Delight on these two. And the stems are Granny Apple Green. So that's number 2. And number 3 is this one here. All right, so we're doing a bookbinding card. So if you were with me Monday, I did the guy card here. What is this one called? Let's see. He's the Man, Designer Series Papers. So that was this one here. And I wanted to do something like this for Card Club because we've always done the one that opens up that way, but we haven't done the one this way, I don't think. So we're going to do that this time. So here's that ribbon here, just a knot bow. Mango, or not mango, Melon Mambo is the card base. Okay, then we go Granny Apple Green, and then we've got 2 circles here underneath, and then we've got 2 flowers die cut. If you don't have the dies, you can certainly fussy cut those out. It's not that hard. And then we've got the strip of basic white with a happy birthday. So this is a birthday card. And on the inside, I die cut one of the flowers from the Designer Series paper and just mounted it on the inside on the white with a Stampin' Dimensional. And of course, we've got Winka Stella on that flower too, and this one too. Okay, so that's 3. And then card number 4 is this one here. So this one is Daffodil Delight. Hike on Mother's Day. We always hike on Mother's Day. I think he at least wants to. Okay, so Daffodil Delight, Night of Navy, Hues Happiness. Oh gosh. Oh, you guys can tell I'm wicked tired. Hues of Happiness, and then here is some Night of Navy, another stitch circle there. I did stamp this in one of the flowers in Pool Party Second Generation and stamped Night of Navy Friend over top. And then on the inside, I did the same thing on this panel. I used one of the flowers, why not? Okay, and die cut it. You can fussy cut it if you want. And popped it up with a Stampin' Dimensional. So that is Card Club for May. And I do have some openings for Card Club. So if you want to learn more about it, you'll have to email me for the link. That's the only way I can send it to you. Can't provide the real link for it because that's against Stampin' Up! Policy. So enough of that. In Card Club, it's $39, includes shipping. And here's the Fresh Freesia ribbon. You'll get 1 spool of the Fresh Freesia. And then here's the Glossy Dots assortments. Okay, so we've got, I'm sure these are really sparkly and glaring on your side. I'm waiting for my laptop to catch up. Because if I angle it right, it's not going to be crazy in your eyes. Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo. I think I forgot to check this color. I think it's Mango Melody and Pool Party, something very close. All right, so these are really nice. They're nice and smooth, you guys, and 3 different sizes. And I like that they give us 3 different sizes. So as you can see, I've used 3 on each card. Okay, so that was the Glossy Dots assortment. You'll get 1 of these. And I have already purchased the Designer Series paper ahead of time. I'm thinking about how many participants I will have. And the designer series paper is here, and it's so pretty. I don't know if you have this or not, but I highly suggest getting this paper, and I'm sure it's going to go on back order. So I'm going to just zoom in a little bit closer. Okay, so we have this side here, and you'll get 2 sheets of 6 by 12. This is cut this way, but only for time's sake, I just didn't want to thumb through 2 of these, but you'll have 2 of these in this pattern. And then on the back side, we've got these little, I didn't really care for this one too much, and I did not use it, as you can see. It's just a little too bright for me, meaning it's too white. Okay, and then here's this one. I do love this one. That's why I used it. It's got that nice Night of Navy on the background. And if we flip it over, we've got this nice little, like kind of a watercolor wash theme. And then we've got this one here. Now, see, these are the ones that you can die cut. So you can even die cut the leaves and this leaf as well. This one reminds me, and I did not check, Forever Fern. I think there's a stamp in Forever Fern that looks just like that, or very, very similar. I like how they created this paper and filled in these nice little smaller flowers in the white gaps there. And of course, there's Mossy Meadow leaves, and those leaves can be die cut. Here's the back side. And then here's some more that you can die cut, you guys. So many patterns. Actually, let's go this way. Actually, it doesn't really matter because now this one's upside down. So Mango Melody, Flirty Flamingo, and then it's almost like a pear pizzazz kind of, not pear pizzazz, but like a crushed curry into the Daffodil Delight. And then here's the bright side of this one. Mango Melody is just pretty. And then here's this theme. Okay, these definitely, I'm pretty sure these are zinnias. So it kind of mixes up everything. At least I think they're zinnias. You might not. You might think there's something else. Here's this side. And then finally we have this pattern, which, see, there's a certain theme with this paper where it kind of just like a rainbow kind of feel. So let me just show you. So here's this one. See how it just turns into different colors all the way up. And that was what I was trying to, like, how I thought it was pretty hard to do because of all these color changes. Because if you cut 4 by 5 1/4, well, then you're only going to get this Daffodil Delight side. But if you go over here, you're going to get Mango Melody. So I was really having a tough time. I probably was overthinking it. But anyway, I found it. This pattern here, I think, is my favorite. And then this probably is my second favorite here. Okay, so that is the paper. So paper 6 by 12, 12 sheets of 6 by 12. The Glossy Dots assortments and the Fresh Freesia ribbon, 8 cards. You have 4 designs of each. And also you will receive instructions, videos, and after, it's at least $20 of Stampin' Up! Products. So it's a really, really good deal. And after 6 consecutive months, I'll send you $25 of my choice. So I'm going to show you all the colors that are in this paper that you can select from. So I brought all my ink pads here, and I kind of put them in color order somewhat. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but I do love how our Stampin' or our ink pads can just stack on top of each other. So I'll go down from top to bottom. We have Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy, Granny Apple Green, and Mossy Meadow. So can you see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different colors. So that's a really good color choice. You have so many options. So the best thing I would say is don't overthink it like Karen overthinks sometimes. Okay, so that is our colors. I'm not sure what I'm going to stamp tonight. in what color. So I'm just going to keep those off to the side. And I did say that I was going to stamp all these images so you can see what they look like. And I have every stamp on my blocks over here. And I don't know, I'm going to try this and see how it goes. I've never done this, like I said, so I wanted you guys to see how it stamps. So I've just got a piece of basic white here, cut it in half, so for 4¼ by 11. And I just really want to just show you the images. So I'm going to use a brighter color, so Melon Mambo, and I'm going to use, let's use Granny Apple Green as my brighter color. So the foliage will be stamped in Granny Apple Green. The flowers will be in Melon Mambo. And the sentiments will be Night of Navy. And hopefully it all will fit on this piece of paper here. Okay, so like I said, we're going to start with the florals first. So I'm going to grab my Melon Mambo. And let me know if you guys like this or not, because if you don't like it, then I won't do this again. But I thought it would be kind of nice. All right, we're working with photopolymer stamps. So that means we have to have our Stampin' Pierce mat underneath. And just so it gives you a nice little cushion. Okay, so there's this one. Now if you stamp that in Memento Black, you can certainly use your blends. Okay, so that's that one. And then let's go to the next flower in no particular order. And I'll go up there. So that's kind of sweet and simple. The next one is a rose. And some of these images I haven't stamped yet. So this is kind of good for me too. You can kind of see what they all look like. Okay, here's another rose. Do you guys think this is a zinnia or marigold or something like that? Let me know what you guys all think. I know that's a rose, but it could be something totally different, and I don't want to be wrong. There's another sweet rose. And then we've got these nice little flowers. So you saw this on one of my card club cards, and it's so sweet. It's like so delicate, right? And then we've got another one that's a little bit bigger. So it looks like this. Okay, so two different sizes of the flowers. In the card club, I did choose this one right here. And then let's see what next. Okay, we're going to go into foliage. So I did not have enough blocks for foliage, so I just put 2 on the same block. All right. So let me start over here. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. And again, I'll show you. I'll ink this up so you can kind of see. All right, so well, maybe you can't. I'll just stamp. Usually I don't put 2 on the same block, of course, but that's what you got for this. So all the stamps are outline stamps, so certainly can, you can go tone on tone. So you could stamp Granny Apple Green on Granny Apple Green to get a nice little image there. So let me just show you that actually. I've got some cardstock over here that's Granny Apple Green. And then if you just stamp on that, oops, I stamped a little bit too hard. So let me just, I think I need to re-ink the Granny Apple Green actually. Okay, so that is the image. And then you can use the dies to die cut these 2 out. And we're gonna be die cutting those from the Designer Series paper. So outline stamps, certainly can use it on the same color cardstock. Okay, so now we'll close up the Granny Apple Green, and then we're going to go with the Night of Navy. Okay. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at comments. So you guys say I'm out of focus? Oh, lost sound. Oh boy. Let me just go in a little bit closer maybe. I don't know. Okay, we'll try that and see how that goes. So now all the sentiments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentiments in this set. So here's the happy birthday. And then we have best wishes. All right, and then I'm looking at the comments to see if I'm still blurry and you can't hear me. Congratulations. And then we have friend. I like how these all curve out. And then we have two more. This one's a bigger one. We'll stamp this one right here. So sending many thanks for all you do. Sorry, I got a smudge of Melon Mambo. And then the last one, stamp over here. You are wonderful in every way. All right, so that is the entire stamp set in front of you. So you can kind of get an idea of what the images do look like. So there's so many different sentiments in here, and they're very, very, you know, very, I think, very, right? Get the right word out. They're in cursive writing, right? I still write in cursive writing. And I know the kids nowadays, like my kids, well, they're not kids anymore. They're adults. One's going to be 28, one's going to be 31. They don't use cursive writing. So anyway, I like how they Stampin' Up! Use the cursive writing, right? And they have the all caps over here as well. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the fonts that they've used. All right, so I am going to wing it tonight, you guys. I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but I liked how last week was a good participation video, and how you guys helped me out. So I have a new mini cut and emboss. I purchased one at when it was on sale for the $48. And I have found with this mini cut and emboss, you guys know I've always said I use the I don't use the white plate. I use number 3 instead. Well, I tried number 1 in this mini cut and emboss, and it works. So I'm going to stick with that because that's what the instructions say to use. And then I'm going to use number 2. Okay, and then I said I was going to show you some of the die cutting here. So see these little images here, these roses, they do get cut out with the dies. So let me just find the correct die, and we'll die cut a few of them. So this one goes here. All right, just got to get it lined up. And then this one, I'm not going to die cut this one because it's too close, but I can take the foliage and I can die cut this mossy meadow. Maybe it might be too close. Think it's going to work. Oops. My goal was not to use washi tape. It's too close. So let me do this. Let me get this one set. Maybe I should have used washi. Okay, and then this one over here is going to go right over here. Okay, these dies will all fit in the mini cut and emboss. Okay, then I'm going to sandwich it with number 2 very carefully. And then I'm just going to crank it through. So I love this paper because you can get the, crank that through. New plates, lots of sounds. Okay, so let's take a look. I didn't get these 100% accurate, but there's that one. Okay, and then the rose looks pretty good. And it's right here. So see how that looks? And then of course you can use your Stampin' Blend. See how they made all those little shadows on the rose there? So definitely you could use your blends, and maybe that would be what it looks like. Okay, so then what you can do, you can kind of pull these apart if you want. Here's this one. And that one is, I think this one right here. Let's see. Yep. So that one goes there. And I'm going to try to cut out some more foliage here with the double leaves. So I'm just going to show you this one more time. And then I'm going to show you one of the bigger roses because I find that one is the most difficult to die cut and line up with the flowers. But I think I've got the right way to do it, at least my way to do it. Okay, so one, put these back, and then, all right, so here's this rose, really beautiful. And then here's that leaf. So I got those pretty spot on. Now let's find a bigger one. So let me just find some paper here. Here we go. Okay. So this is too big, if you think it's too big, then you just cut the pieces, right? So just take some scissors and you can, for me, it's going to be fine. So I don't like these things sticking out. So I'm just going to trim them off. And then, so here's the one that's a little bit hard to line up. So how I do it is I take my die and I find this little notch that's right here, okay? And then I line it up. I find the notch that is the biggest notch, right? And then I just kind of look around and see how it's all lined up. Looks pretty good. And then let's sandwich it. And we'll just crank it quickly all the way through. Okay, so then we have another larger rose here. Okay, so that is this one. I'm not going to die cut anymore. You guys are probably thankful that I just said that. So I'm going to just close up that die cutting machine there, Mini Cut and Emboss. It is a boss, that's for sure. And since I don't want to lose these, I am going to put these dies back on my sheet here because I sometimes lose my dies. All right, I'll just put that one right. Oh, I don't like to do that, but I'll put that one there. Okay, so now we're going to make some cards. Let's hope we're going to make some cards. So what I like to do ahead of time when I have paper like this, I like to do a lot of the die cutting ahead of time. So I have this little basket where I can pick and choose the colors that I might think will work. So I'm going to get these kind of lined up here. I found a little dragonfly in my little scrap bin. So I'm just going to kind of put these aside. So here's this one, which is on the edge of a paper. That's okay. We can most likely use that. And here's the Coastal Cabana. So really what I would do is kind of line up. It's kind of like a mass production. And here's this one. So you see how I do this. And then here's that other pale papaya, I would say that is. And then here's a smaller flowers as well. Let me get some of those in here. And then here's this flower too. I like this one. This one's fun to die cut because it's got that nice little stem on there. And then the foliage, I've got a bunch of foliage here. So this is kind of what I do. It will make your card making process go a little bit easier. So you can kind of see what we've got already die cut. Hopefully. Oh shoot, I'm like off camera. Hold on, you guys. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, I think you can. No, you can't. Sorry, you guys. Let me move my camera. That was so horrible. Okay, that's a little bit better. Sorry, it's very shadowy here. It's getting dark. Okay, so wait, here's another foliage. So I've got my foliage all over here. Let me just push it over a little bit here. I should mark on my desk where my video camera should be. Okay, so I've kind of got all these out there, and that's kind of how I work, okay? Because if you kind of like don't do, I feel like if you don't do it this way, your card making will go a lot slower. Okay, here's another one of the dies, and let me grab some of that granny apple green again so you can kind of see it. This one's super fun, and it doesn't cut out everything. It notches like, so these here are all cut out. You can see the green, but here, let me find my take your pick tool. Right here. So what I wanted to show you is this right here. It looks like they should be popped out, but they don't. They're just stuck on there, and they stay on there just like that. So it kind of looks really cool if you ask me. You can spend a lot of time poking them up if you want, but they're not really meant to be poked up. They're just meant to be flat. So that's what that die is. Okay. Now, like I said, we're going to wing it. So I'm going to start with an A2 size card, and I'm just going to push these off to the side here. All right. So I did cut all the pieces for this one. And like I said, I don't know. This one, I kind of know what it's going to come out. And my goal was to use the paper that was like non-floral. So with my card club here, you can see that every single pattern is big and bold, okay? But on the reverse side, we have some calmer images or just some watercolor washing. So, and that's what I kind of wanted to do with this card. So I've got all these pieces. I'm using Daffodil Delight as my card base and Flirty Flamingo as my panel. So here's, I'll give you the dimensions. I think I do have the dimensions. So I cut out 3 pieces of designer series paper. And let me get the measurements. One is 2 by 3, which is this one. And then the other one is, 2 by 3 and 3/4, 2 by 3, and 1 3/4 by 3. Okay, and then the Flirty Flamingo is 4 by 5 1/4, and the Daffodil Delight is your regular A2 size card. So I wanted to showcase more of the paper that I didn't use in Card Club. And I will use one because I wanted to. And I just got to figure out which side I want to use. So we have 2 patterns that are not the big bold ones, and then we have 2 of the smaller ones. So I think I'm going to go, let me just see. I'm going like that. Okay, so then they're going to get layered on the panel with just about an eighth of an inch border. So I think it's an eighth of an inch. Let me just see. Yeah, it's just about an eighth of an inch. Ooh, let me just see. No, I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so definitely I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue. And if Debbie's watching, oh, she is. I got my little holder. And we will just add our glue along the way here. And then cap it. Brand new multi-purpose liquid glue, so I should not have any problem with it. And then I'm going to layer this right down on the bottom. Okay. And then there is going to be a little seam showing, and that's what I want. And then here is this one. And then this one's going to go up in this corner. And then finally, we'll use the bolder print on the smaller piece. And then this is a little bit directional on this one, so we'll put that one that way. Okay. Now it's a little bit crooked in this area, but that's okay because we're going to cover that piece up. All right, then I'm going to take this panel and add it to the Daffodil Delight. My colors are crazy tonight. I don't know. I was running a little bit late because I didn't get home until late. So let me just see. Yeah, definitely. I want this going this way. And I kind of had to rush it a little bit, but that's all right. Hold on. I did not get that one on there correctly. That's what I like about the multi-purpose liquid glue. You do have enough time to just take it right off. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do was when you use the big prints, you definitely need something underneath it so that you'll see your images. So here's this one too. And see how I did this one? I had the granny apple green circles underneath. This one here, I did not put anything underneath it, but adding the Wink Estella, you can certainly see that there's 3 different flowers here. So I've got a circle, which has the gingham embossing folder on it. You probably can't tell, but it is a circle with the gingham. I thought I would put that right there. And then I was thinking that maybe we will put the blue, the navy flower right there to see kind of what it's going to look like. And then we have these foliage pieces to work with after. The thing I need to figure out is where do I want my sentiment, right? Because it's going to be tough to kind of put it on any place. So what I was thinking I would do, sorry about that, just hit some blocks and they went flying. I think I was going to do the same thing I did here with a 1/2 inch of white. So that's what I think I'll do. This here, the circle, is going to get popped up because we don't want to leave it on here because it's just going to get lost. So let's give it a little bit of height. And it doesn't really matter what side you put this dimensionals on. So I'm just going to put 3 to create my little triangle, and then we'll just quickly take these off. And then it's going to get layered right in this middle here. So like I said, just because this is not straight, but no one knows except for you and me that it's not straight. Okay. Then we're going to take our little flower here, our rose. And this is definitely going to get popped up too because it's certainly lost amongst that circle. And we got a nice little piece there to use. Hey, that's a little happy face, right? Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, it's a Friday. Okay, so now let's add this rose right there. All right, see what it's looking like right now? That's like right in your face. I'm going to take my Wink Estella right now, and I'm just going to kind of brush stroke. And what I mean is just like I'm flicking it towards the center, because this will be a little bit harder to add your Wink Estella if you wait, okay? So here is this, oops, sorry. There we go, okay. Man, I bring that really close. I was just watching my laptop. That certainly went right in your face. Okay, now let's figure out if we can add, let's add more to it. So here are the little foliage pieces that we die cut, and just kind of figure out where you want them, right? And you could either put it on with a glue dot, which would be okay to use, or you can simply just use your liquid glue and just put a little bit down there. And I'm just gonna slide this right underneath here. Okay, and then I want to add, let's see, I just kind of have to work with it. And let's see if that one will look good up there. I'm just gonna place them for right now, just to see how it's all gonna look. And I know it's really hard to see it over here on that blue, but I think that's gonna look okay like that. So we're gonna add the mossy meadow one first and slide it right underneath that area. And then we'll just add a little bit more glue to this side here and slide it underneath. I like that the dark one, the mossy meadow, is on the bottom, and we've got that granny apple green foliage on the top. And then here's this one too. Now let's figure out our sentiment. So let me go to my scrap bin. And then I'm going to use my paper trimmer to just trim a 1/2 inch strip. I've got 2, so that's good. And the sentiment I want to use, let's see. I want to use birthday. I need a birthday. Actually, I don't know. I don't like that big one, and that if I use birthday, that's certainly going to be too big. So let me find a smaller sentiment. Let's maybe best wishes are friend. Or, yeah, I don't like it. Like, I think it has to be somewhere, like, I hate covering up that flower, but we're going to see what it looks like. I'm going to use, let's go with the Melon Mambo color, because we do have it in that flower. And I'm just going to ink up in the Melon Mambo and just stamp this right in the middle there. I might fussy cut this down. So let me, I'm going to flip this back over, and I think that's what I might do. So I need to center that a little bit more. And we'll see what it looks like fussy cut. And if I don't like it, then I'll just get that other strip. So just going to use my paper snips. By fussy cutting it, that's going to take away a lot of the white that's covering up the flower. And that way we'll see more of that, the flower and that Winka Stella. So I think Kathy and Teresa, I think, are on. So I want to welcome Kathy and Teresa joined Inspired Daisies this past week. So they took advantage, well, Kathy missed it by a couple days, but we have that special in color special. They took it, Teresa was able to take advantage of it. And if you're thinking about placing an order of like $100, then you should really think about purchasing the starter kit. It's a great deal right now. And you don't have, when you're a demonstrator, and I know a lot of you out there think that you have to sell, but if you are a paper crafter and you are using a lot of different stamps and inks and paper, well, you should not be paying retail pricing. You should be saving at least 20%. So if you are paying retail, talk to me, because I think it's just a super, super good deal just by joining, and you don't have to sell. Okay, I want to make that perfectly clear, and I make that clear with anyone that joins my team, is that you do not have to sell anything. You are your best customer. You know what? I think I'm going to put this down here. Yeah, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So anyway, if you are interested, let me know. The in color value is $62.50. On top of the starter kit's $99. You get free shipping. You get $125 worth of products. So they give you a little extra as well. So 26 plus the $62.50, like that's a huge deal. So if you're interested, let me know. I will, you can email me and we can talk about it. All right, so I'm not going to decorate the inside of the card because that's going to be just a panel. Actually, I have some panels over here, so let me just do that really quick. That way this card is done and I can send it to somebody. Okay, so what I would do in my card club, I added these flowers right with a Stampin' Dimensional. So I'll show you guys how to do it. It's really simple. Just fussy cut or die cut your flower and grab some Stampin' Dimensionals here. I'm going to just cut along this edge here and take off these little pieces because these are good. And I'm going to put 3 on here. And then, I went over just a little bit on that one, but I don't think it's going to be shown. We'll peel those off. And then we'll add this one right here. And I'm going to angle it a little bit. Then make sure if you add Wink of Stella on the front, you certainly need to add it on the inside. So just do your brush stroking. It can be super fast. It does not have to be like crazy filled in. Okay. And then I will take my seal and we'll add for our corners and the middle 1/2 inch. And then we'll open up this card here. Ooh, that pink one looks really nice on the yellow. Okay, so that's our card for tonight. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit because I'm too close. Okay, so that's our card number 1. Okay, the next card is going to be a slim line card, and I have no idea what it's going to turn out to be. But we're going to give it a try. So let me just clean up my area here and figure out what I did with it. Here's another card that I made. This was a sample card. You can see I have the beautiful shapes with a circle here, and I made it yellow and blue. And then on the inside, isn't that really nice with the scallop contours dies? Here's another one of those die cut roses. And here's that kind of like the watercolor wash strip. So we've got the Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, and Daffodil Delight. Okay, so I think I found my slimline card. While I was talking, I was looking around. Okay, so with this slimline card, we do sell our envelopes. And this one I pulled out a white one. And they come in gray and, what's the other color? Soft Succulent. So we're going to go with Melon Mambo as our base. Super bright, right? And then I've got another bright color, Granny Apple Green. I think these two colors look fabulous together. And then here we go. We're not going to use the flower print. We could, but we're going to use this side. Okay, this pattern, because I want to show you guys what it all looks like. And then I don't know if it's going to open this way or this way. I think we're going to go this way because I like how this is like resembles grass and all the way up to a sunset. So we're going to go with that. All right, so this designer series paper is cut 8 by 3. So if you want to write that down, it's 8 by 3. I'm just going to add all my glue around the edges and a little bit in the middle. And then we'll flip it over, and then this piece here is cut 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. So this just gets layered right down. Oops. Oh my goodness. Okay, that looks okay. Now I have a choice. Do I want to pop this up with some Stampin' Dimensionals so I could do a ribbon wrap underneath it, or do I want to put it flush? Now, if I used ribbon, oh, let's see, which one would I like to use? I'm looking at my ribbon over to the side. I've got the metallic woven ribbon, and this one is our new in color Sweet Sorbet. That's what this would look like. And the other color I might choose would be the Parakeet Party, and that's this one. It's got really glimmery. I think I'm gonna go with the green. Parakeet Party. Okay, and I'm gonna put Stampin' Dimensionals on there so I can wrap it. So to do that, you're gonna need quite a few because this is a pretty big panel. So let me grab all these little bits and pieces. Let's use this one up. This is a remnants of my last in-person class with Parks and Rec, and I give them half of a sheet of dimensionals. One, because I don't give them a full sheet, because if I gave them a full sheet, they would use every single Stampin' Dimensional on the sheet. And of course, I don't want them to do that because it's really not necessary. I try to teach them to not use too many supplies so you can make your supplies last for a long time. So I'm just taking my piercing tool and flipping those off, and we'll throw those in a garbage. Now, before I do the ribbon wrap, I'm just going to put this bolt on the right side because that's where I start, and I'm going to put this on the back side. Probably put those dimensionals on the wrong area. And I'm just gonna put this on the Melon Mambo, making sure I can still move the ribbon back and forth, which I can, okay? And now I'm gonna press those Stampin' Dimensionals so it does adhere really nicely. And I think I'm gonna try to tie a bow. I haven't tied a bow in ages, so we're gonna try it and see how it all works. Okay, probably not so great, but and I might need to use my tweezers, which I think I might, because this is really skinny. I think it's 1/8 of an inch. So let me just grab my tweezers. There we go. See if I can do this now. There we go. Okay, and now I'll release that. Now I can work with it. Okay, I want to slide this up a little bit because I kind of want it in the middle. And now I got to fix my bows. And I used quite a bit excess, which I don't like to do, but I made a good bow, so we are going to just snip those off. And this can be taken apart. See how it can be taken apart like that? So if you want to make your ribbon a little bit more fancy and different, well, just pull them on the ends there. It's kind of like a frayed look. Alrighty, so now we've got this. I think I want to make a bouquet of flowers and call it good. So we have all these we can work with. See how card making can be so easy once you get your pieces together, and then we can just create some kind of bouquet of flowers. Now, let me think about, do I want to put this underneath to create some kind of background? Okay, I need to move this over out of the way. Okay, because on the other ones, we had some kind of dark image on the back side, so it broke it up a little bit. Now, if we choose to use this die cut, and let's find one that's pretty bright. And let's see, what do I got to work with? Here's this one. Or we've got this darker one too. Or we could go with maybe Coastal Cabana instead. So I do know I want this piece here, and it doesn't matter if it's on the top or the bottom because those flowers are going to cover it up. So for simplicity, I'm going to add my liquid glue. And then you just put it where these bigger sections of the solid white are. And then I'm going to slide this right under the ribbon and then just layer it down. Ooh, make it straight. This ribbon, it's certainly, this bow's killing me because it's not really tight. Might be able to get a little bit tighter once I get the flowers on there. Okay, so then I said I was going to go with Coastal Cabana because the coastal, well, it's kind of pool party down there, but let's give it some blue. Certainly want our Stampin' Dimensionals on this, so let me grab some more. And let me see if I can find a smaller packet. Here we go. These were the Paper Pumpkin dimensionals from this current, well, my alternatives. Okay, so we're going to add 3. I can tell they're Paper Pumpkin because the backings are a little bit shinier than the regular Stampin' Dimensionals, and they're a little bit higher. Okay, so now let's add this one right here. I am not going to press it down solid because we want to make sure it's going to look good. Then I might bring in one of these here. And let's think about a brighter color too. So I have this one. No, the same rose, that's not going to work. So let's see. There's this one. Or do we go with 2 roses like this? And then maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to try it. If we don't try something, we won't know, right? This, like I said, could be a totally horrible looking card, but it'll be okay if it is. Okay, so I'm going to put this one right here. I think, let's see. I got to pull this one up because I want a little bit of white showing so we can see the border. So that means I need one of these dimensionals off. Okay, so that's looking okay. We could throw some of this foliage in, of course. Like sneak some in there. All right, let's sneak some in there. And I've got 3 more foliage pieces, so we'll have to use those carefully. Maybe I will just use 2 flowers. I'm not sure. So we'll add some more. All right, and then this one, let's put it over here, slide it over here on the opposite side. And that looks kind of good because they're 2 different greens. Now, would you guys leave it like this? Okay, I've got to tie this again because it's driving me crazy. Let's see if I can do it without the tweezers. Or you know what I could do is I'm going to tie a knot. And then I'll tie a bow. Okay. Maybe not. Oh my gosh. This is kind of, it's small ribbon. First time I've used it. I'm stuck. I'm going to grab those tweezers again. I like these tweezers. It's just, my fingers are a little sticky from the glue, so that's kind of what I'm struggling with. Okay, now I'm going to tie a simple knot. Then I will tie a bow. Okay, phew, goodness. Okay, now, oh, and I just pulled the ribbon. There we go. There we go. Phew, you guys, that was like crazy. I was sweating that one. Okay, there's a little glue over there too, kept sticking. Okay, so now, would you leave it like this, or would you add any more? So I'm going to cut these down a little bit. Add some more flowers or call it good. And then I got to get a sentiment on there. And let me show my chat. Okay. Okay, you guys can vote. Any more flowers? Like we've got these, like we could add another one somewhere like there. But that covers up the Coastal Cabana one. We could actually add some more foliage. And if I add some more foliage, I would probably put it, let's see. Maybe I won't add that because, yeah, I don't want to cover it up. So, Denise was at my class. I love your comment. Full sheet of dimensionals. No way. You guys use too many. It's like the embellishments. I had to keep those because I know some of you guys would put 10 embellishments. And no, it's 3. Needs a little something. Well, we still have the dots to put on there. So maybe I should add some dots. And I'm scanning my area for my dots and I don't see them. Crazy Karen. Crazy, crazy Karen. Ooh, I just saw something, you guys. I'm gonna fussy cut this really quick. Maybe this bright melon mambo flower might look good somewhere. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Struggling with this one. All right, while you guys are thinking what I should put on it, I'm gonna find my dots. There they are. Okay. Okay, what sentiment am I going to put on there too is another thing. I think I'm going to put friend, and let me grab some white, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo in this one because, oh, this friend is not going to fit, I don't think. Nope. It doesn't fit, so I can't go with that. So I'm going to flip this one over and I need the Jeopardy song. Nobody's okay. I gotta refresh because I don't see any comments coming through what I should do with it. Okay, I got this little dragonfly. I put that on there. That just happens to be on my desk. I'm gonna put some of the dots on here just to put them on here because we're gonna put 3. So these are bright and cheerful. So we'll put some like there. So that was added. That is still not, I don't think we'll go with that. I'm going to stamp my best wishes because this will fit on a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to fussy cut this sentiment as well. Or not fussy, yeah, I'm gonna just do the same thing I did on that first card. All right. I'm not, when you're cutting around your sentiment, don't go straight. Just give it a little character there. So let's add this here. That's, I think, where this one will go. And I'm going to put some mini Stampin' Dimensionals on this piece. All right. I'm going to put 3 just in case. And I think it's going to go right here. Now, does that do anything? I don't know. Nobody's decided. Maybe nobody's here with me. Okay. Oh, I know what. Let's add some Winkostella. We didn't do that yet. So let's just brush stroke it. And I'm going to put some Winkostella on the foliage. Maybe that will give it a little bit more sparkle. And I'm going to do, I'm going to splatter with Winkostella too. Maybe adding that will help as well. So splatter, you're just going to, oh yeah, oh my goodness. I put a bunch in the barrel, so it's really splattering. I don't know. Can you guys see this? Can you see all the splatter up there? Ooh, I don't know. I think you can. Oh yeah, I think so. And then it's throughout. There's too much shadow in my room tonight. All right. So that's the splattering. I think it's looking actually pretty good. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it like that. On the inside, the white needs to be, let's see, 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let me grab, I did not cut my inside, so I'm going to do that right now so I can have this card all finished. All right, so All right, we need it to be 8 1/4. So let me just bring out my extension here. And 3 1/4. Okay. Make sure it fits. Yep. Okay. So I think best wishes. Does anything work with best wishes? Not really. Maybe happy birthday. But I'm going to, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to show you that little flower stamp. And it's so cute that I want to show you. I just need to clean it off. Okay, so I'm going to take my Memento Black ink. I'm going to use my blends too. Let's see. Okay. So it's in black. You can leave it in black if you want, but I'm going to give it a little bit of color. And I think I'm going to use... I'm going to use Melon Mambo and Parakeet Party because the ribbon. And a light, no, I don't want that Starry Sky. I want, what is this color? Dark Night of Navy. Okay. So this will be really quick because the flowers are super tiny. And I'm going to use dark first. Let me just... when it's really this small, what I do is I tap the edge or the chisel point instead of actually coloring. This is a brand new Melon Mambo, so it's super juicy. And this one over here, I'm going to just do dark. My husband just opened the door downstairs. Did you guys hear that? I swear the whole house shook. And we're trying to get the cat in. He's trying to get it in because last night Fuzzy got in a fight with another cat. And I don't know whose cat it is, but it better stay away from our house. It's not a nice cat. All right, so this is Night of Navy. I'm just tapping it really carefully. And then this one's going to be Night of Navy as well. Okay, then I'm going to add the Daffodil Delight, which I didn't grab. No, actually, I'm going to use Mango Melody because it's a brighter yellow. Just for the centers. And then finally, we're going to go with the Parakeet Party, and I'm going to use light. And that's for the stems. So you have to just go very lightly because there's not a lot of space, white space. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's probably not focusing. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the inside and grab my seal. And put that on the inside. And I think I'm going to stick with this because that Wink Stella just did it. It really did. So let me just clean up my surface here so you can see these two cards we made together. Here we go. And then if you're late coming to the show, I created a template for you so you can kind of see all of the images that this stamp has. So I'm not sure if you guys like this or not. If you do, let me know because I can do this with another new stamp set that I work with next week. If you'd like to see them all stamped out or not. Let me know on that. And then I'll go over real quick my card club cards so you can see them one last time. And if you're part of card club and you don't want to see it, then you can just leave. So we're gonna go with Gorgeous Grape on this one, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Beautiful inside, right? And then, of course, you're going to use your Wink Stella that you received in last month's card on May Card Club. And then here's the belly band card in Night of Navy card base. It slides off the belly band. Ooh, I didn't show you. So the back of it, you've got a wrap of the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper, then the Fresh Freesia ribbon, so that kind of breaks it up. And then on the inside, here's that nice little flower that I colored on this one. So belly band card. And then we got the book binding card. Okay. And then super, I love this design. Like it's solid, right? I don't know. It just flaps very easily. And then friend card. We have the Daffodil Delight. And then here's one of the purple flowers. So for any of the information on my card club, just email me at inspiredbygraham@gmail.com. And what else did I have for you guys? Oh yeah, I forgot. So again, the In Color Starter Kit from May 3rd to the 31st if you want to join Stampin' Up. And if you have a $100 order or thereabouts, you should sign up. Give it a try. You won't know until you give it a try and see where it goes. And like I said earlier in the video tonight, you do not need to sell. You do not need to be paying retail on your paper crafting supplies. You need to save. So you'll save at least 20% on your first order after you purchase a starter kit. Starter kit is $99 plus your sales tax. If you have sales tax, New Hampshire doesn't, so they're lucky about that. And free shipping, free paper pumpkin, free $62.50 worth of ink color. Look, all 5 ink colors right there. That should sell you right there because that's like huge. And then if you're not interested in the starter kit and you need to place an order, make sure you use my host code. And I did email this out today. And I did send this in all the cards that I sent for my customers and any new catalogs that were sent out. You have until the 17th of May to take advantage of my mystery boxes. And you have to use this host code over here. And I will put it in the description box in my YouTube video here. But just to give you an example, if you place an order of $50 or more, I'm already going to be sending out, I think, 2 or 3 mystery boxes. One is going to be going out at $30. So a $50 order and your package will be valued at least $30. If it's $100 or between $100 and $149.99, $70. So I've got one box at $30, one box at $70, and a $150 order, your package will be valued at $100. And then a $300 order will be valued at $200. And the product is going to be extremely slightly used. I don't use stamp sets like I used to, like meaning I don't use them over and over again. I like to show you guys different things. So it's all slightly used. I have new die cuts in the boxes as well. We've got ribbon, designer series paper, embellishments. So whatever I have that's either retired or, you know, slightly used, um, will be in the mystery box, and you won't know what you get until you get it. So you can visit me at inspiredbygraham.com or shoot me an email. Again, that email is inspiredbygraham@gmail.com. So I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. You mothers out there, if you're not a mother, you're still a mother in somebody's eyes. So I wish you guys all a happy Mother's Day. And I got to call Mark and see what he wants to do, because I think he wants to probably hike on Sunday, and it's going to be a gorgeous day. And that's what I did last Sunday. So you guys take care and be well. Happy